are coming to you today because we want to talk about something that we call common ground. Okay, so I just want to have a conversation right now. Why is it that when people first meet, they feel like they have to be something that they're not? Or how about when you start a relationship with someone new? Even if it's dating, you've been dating for a few months and everything seems like it's going smooth, but some of the stuff is fictitious because that's not really you being yourself. I call it the representative. That's what I call it.
That's what you call it.
That's what I call it. Meaning that you can be dating somebody for like 6 months, and then you guys move into a real relationship, and now you like, man, this woman is the best, or you like, this guy is like none other, right? Because the female or the male may not be being themselves because they feel like what they're being for you right now is exactly what you need. Because they listening to the things you say, the questions you all have asked each other, the things you say you like, and the things you say that you don't too much care for. And then they kind of turn off being themselves, and the representative is there for a while. Because they feel like if they bring the real person out, everything goes to hell.
I want to chime in on that. So I would definitely say, I understand what you're saying, but for men, I'm going to speak from a man's perspective, because I always say that, man's perspective. I'm going to say that I think after you ask a woman a few questions, you have to have that first impression mentality. And that's what we have coming into meeting someone. Okay. We have that first impression mentality, and it could be the way a woman looks, which could be really deceiving, because you can get a woman that looks gorgeous, and then her house look like she a hoarder or something like that. But definitely, you get that first impression type attitude when you meet someone, and so you check them out, you see what they're about. You might look at what type of clothes they're wearing, shoes they're wearing, the car they're driving. You could probably tell by the conversation you're having with the woman if she's an intellectual type woman.
Exactly.
So that means if you the hood type, or you semi-intellectual, somewhat educated, or even if you at that level, you have to put yourself to that place where she feeling like, okay, you her type. That got to be off the bat.
Or you on her level. Right. So this is okay. So I'm going to speak, ladies. I'm going to speak from a woman's point of view. I feel, and I have always felt like, when you show up. Be there from the beginning of the meet and greet and all the way through, because you'll be shocked that the real you might be so awesome to this man. It may be something that he's never actually been face to face with. Especially, let's just say you are dating a guy that looks like he's well put together. He talks about the things, his life goals, and it sounds like he's working on something. And he's actually been working on something for a while. And then you're at a place in your life where you're trying to find your creative niche, right? He tells you that you're attractive. He shows you that he's attracted to you and the things that you talk about and your goals. But you kind of like scatter. You all over the place. You know this, but he doesn't know this. So you kind of put everything together and make it seem like when you're speaking about it that you have these goals. Yeah, you have these goals and these plans all laid out. I have a business.
Really don't care.
Well, some women really don't care either, because
men don't care about the facade.
Well, I mean, I can
unless you do I'm gonna get you sucker, take off your wig, your ass, and your leg. Then that's when we care. But other than that, we don't care about the facade.
Right. I can relate to that. I can understand why some men wouldn't care. But what I'm saying is
most men.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, ladies, when you meet someone, just be yourself. Really, honestly. If you feel like it's things about you that you want to groom up, or you want to change, work on that within yourself. But don't change who you are and be like, okay, if you see a picture of their ex or somebody who they used to date and they look like something that you don't look like, or they dressed a little bit more loosely or a little bit more subtle or whichever way, then you start changing things. So let's just say you find out that the guy you dating is kind of like a homebody, but you like to go out. Don't mean that you club hopping. Just means that you're a social person. So you have friends, you guys go out to lunch sometimes, you go to dinner, maybe you go grab some wine, whichever way. But you do these things. You're not a homebody. You like to move around.
Does that work both ways?
It works both ways. What I'm saying is, ladies, don't turn off who you are if your guy say that, hey, let's come over to my house, we're going to watch a movie. Ain't nothing wrong with watching a movie, because you know I can get into some movies, me and you know.
Yeah.
But do the movie thing, do the chilling thing at the house. But if you would like to kind of bring him into your world a little bit, say, you know what, how about we skip that movie tonight? How about I'll show you something. Let me take you somewhere. Take him somewhere that you like. Even if, okay, so if you real like ratchet, I mean, and you like things that's a little bit out there, that you kind of like gotta like ease somebody in, don't express it immediately.
Man, if you like the strip club, let her know I like the strip club. You know, if you
right, do that. But some
like
things,
women who like other women, say, baby, I like women who like other women.
Babe, right, you're right. But what I'm saying is, don't
you said bring them into your
but
world.
I said, but you have to ease them into certain things.
Don't
you bring them in.
The
No. You bring them into your world just like a man brings a woman into their world. But you can't shut your world off. You can't shut who
That's
you
true.
are off. Because once you start doing that, the relationship now, you went from 6 months to a year. Y'all good. Y'all vibing. Now y'all 2 years in. You still ain't showed up yet. But as soon as you show up, the person who you showing up in front of is your spouse, your partner, right? And now they looking like, who are you? I don't know you. Now y'all bumping heads all the time because they feel like you pulled a wool over my head. That's your word.
Yeah.
You pulled a wool over my head, and now you got me thinking that I got me a female who a homebody. She like movies. She like this. She like that. And now it's going to make it look like to him that you've been lying to him all the time. But you may like those things.
Let me say something about
but you
that.
like other things also.
Something just came to my head. Idea, thinking, thought. So check it out. I'm going to use this because men, we think like this. So you got a woman and, you know, I'm just going to say the sex. I'm just going to use sex as an example. And you think that she not too freaky. You know, I'm going to say freaky. So you think she's not too freaky, and you know you get to expressing little ideas to her, and then her imagination emerges, and she starts saying all this freaky shit and want to do all these freaky things. Don't look at her like, oh, you've been hiding, you've been a hoe probably in the past. You know, you've been hiding something. Maybe she's just in love with you, and she willing to do things that she just only thought about doing in her head. You know, sometimes you can't look at a woman, especially when she's expressing herself in that manner, even though we know we're going to like it. You can't look at her like, ugh, you probably done did this to somebody else. And it goes for women too. Because men, we get into some stuff that, you know, women probably think, man, you probably do this to every woman. Or, you know, but I'm talking about us men. You get a woman and she adventurous, she got a good imagination. Don't make her feel like she's out there. She's a thought. Don't make her feel like that. You know, try to embrace the idea that maybe her imagination is as wild as you want your woman's to be. Instead of like, she probably did this for Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I'm saying? It makes it more accepting. That's the same thing you were just saying about bringing them into your world. You know, sometimes we can think things and we don't express it to our partner and hold it in so much, you find boredom in that. And it's all because of you. You never know until you open your mouth and say something.
Also, and you know, that is a good point, and I definitely understand what you mean as far as the sex in the bedroom, because that's a major thing that people try to hide. Some people feel like they shy away from it because they don't want somebody to feel like they out there. And men do it too. Men do it sometimes. They make you feel like, you know, hey, I don't do this for... I
don't eat groceries, but...
I don't do this.
I like what you packing. I mean...
babe.
People say,
Groceries.
I'm saying, eating
You
the
know
booty
what?
is like a
Hey.
thing. But I'm just saying, some people don't.
Okay, all right. Oh, you're right.
You know,
you're right.
I'm just saying,
You're right.
wild.
You're right. Thinking
That's all.
wildly.
Yeah, some people don't say it.
Zooming back in on what, right? Ladies and men. What my husband said is exactly the one of the major points that I was trying to make, because the bedroom is a place where most couples spend most of their time together. Even if it's pillow talking or whatever you do that adults do in the bedroom. However, also I wanted to touch base on, like you said, babe, when the things that you hide, and because you feel like you have to hide them, and then now you live in a life of boredom. You guys get complacent with what you do every single day. It's the same routine every day. Let's do the same thing every day, and now everybody's bored. But you know each other so much, because you guys have built this thing around each other. You tiptoeing around each other, and you bored as hell.
Let it out.
And now you can't go around. When you go around your friends, your regular friends, and you bring your spouse or your partner that is used to being around your regular friends, now it's kind of like, hey, we only can stay for a little while because he or maybe she don't like what's going on, but they really don't know what's going on because they haven't entered into your world yet. Let's just say I'm just going to touch base on strip club. I'm just going to use that. I'm not saying everybody goes to the strip club, but I'm just going to use that.
Okay.
You smiling? Mm-hmm.
No, I want to smile.
I'm just going to use the strip club. Say, for instance, you go to the strip club sometimes. Not all the time. Maybe once every 6 to 9 months. Right? You go, you want to see whatever happens in there, right? But you're not doing anything. You ain't going to the boom boom room. You're not going back there and get buzzed down. You're not doing none of that. But you watching the entertainment.
Entertainment.
But your lady, right? She don't like that. She never told you why she don't like you going to the strip club. She never even told you that she's never been to the strip club before. She's never even told you that she's never been to a ladies' lockdown before, where it goes down. Okay? Right.
We know that.
However,
but we nasty for want to go to the strip.
When you come to her and say, hey, me and the guys, we going to step and we're going to go over here to this gentleman's club real quick. She asked you, you don't want to lie. We're going to stop in there. We're going to have a couple of drinks. She knows what's in there. You know, a lot of meat, shaking and popping, right? However, she don't want you to go because she feels like you're going to get into some mischief. Now, this doesn't mean that she doesn't know what happens in there, but to me, this means that she's trying to take you away from doing anything that may get you into trouble. So that means the trust, and her mind is basically focused on, if you're not in my zone, in our little circle that we've created for each other, the same routine circle that we do all the time, you got to be doing something wrong. But see, you have to also blame yourself, because if you allow that all this time, every time you try to step out and do something that you used to doing every blue moon, just to relax or, wind down, if you always say, okay, baby, I'm not going to go, don't worry about it. It's cool. I don't like that too much no way. So, I'm going to go ahead and sit here in the house with you and watch these same dry movies over and over again.
So one thing we do recognize in relationships and in marriages, when you're in a serious relationship and marriages, I think you made this point to me, when we doing our thing, things change. You don't go out as much.
Exactly.
With your boys or with your girls. You don't do those things.
Right.
Things change. But certain things that you like to do, you got to embrace your partner and bring them into it. Things don't have to change all the way. Understand that. If you and your boy used to go in a happy hour and
have
stuff
some
like
fun.
that. Tell your boy, look, let's still go to happy hour. Bring your girl. I'm gonna bring my lady.
Yes.
Make it a couples thing.
Yes.
Things don't have to change. You can actually enhance it.
Yes, you can.
And then as far as I'm gonna say going to the strip club, not even the strip club. Forget the strip club.
Forget the strip club.
Just going out in general. the things that you can do if you go to a lounge or a club and it's all these single people in there mingling, trying to get to know whatever, you already got your piece in there. You can smack on the ass, you can buy all the drinks you want, you know what I mean? You can role play, you act like you don't even know her in there.
Hey.
But you know what I mean? I mean, you act like
you come here often?
Oh, no.
No.
I don't have a lady either.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, you
Drinks on me all night.
All night?
And I got a room.
I take a Remy VSOP on the rocks.
See, it's that easy. You can go out and have fun with your partner. Don't forget that.
Yep.
You always gotta just wrap your partner and you know, let them choose the things that they willing to embrace. And the things they can't get with, you got to understand that. It's a compromising thing.
Exactly.
All about compromising. I like that word representative.
Yeah.
You know, I was a representative when I met you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
All the drama I had going on, you know what I mean? But you find a gorgeous woman and all that other stuff like that. You don't want to, hey, how you doing? My name is blah, blah, blah. I got 3 baby mamas. I got all these kids. Child support kicking me in my ass.
Run!
Right. See, and that's what I mean.
I'm just playing, baby.
But that's what happens. That's what happens. Seriously, that's what happens. The first impression thing kicks in. You don't want, and it's men and women do it.
Yes.
You don't want nobody to see the bad side or hear the bad side or form that opinion of you immediately. Right. You don't want that.
Right.
You don't want that, and it's understandable because things happen.
But one thing that you have to remember is that you are an awesome person all the way around. Before you met that man or before you met that woman, you were still as exciting and interesting as you are at that moment. As a matter of fact, you probably are a little bit more interesting because, you know, every time you meet somebody, they always leave something with you. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, but it always brings you to a point in your life where you really recognize that you got things in you that you actually should be proud of. So what I mean by you got to get in and show who you really are before it's too late is because some people right now been together for 2-3 years, maybe even longer, don't even know each other.
If
Seriously.
you do better, you would do better.
Seriously, they don't even know each other. They cannot finish each other's sentences. Not saying that everybody can, but
they can't quote movies.
Exactly. They don't know too much about each other to the point whereas they know what they do together. If that makes any sense. They know exactly what they do together. They know where they go together. They know what type of food they like to eat because they live together or they've been together for a while. So they're used to each other, right? That's normal. But when it comes to the person who you with, you have to know what they like. So say for instance you want to, or you have to know them. I'm not even going to say what they like. And they have to know you. So if you have a woman who goes to church, right? That doesn't mean that she don't like anything else. She just loves the Lord, which is awesome. But that doesn't mean that she shuts herself off from the world. That doesn't mean that she don't know how to have real conversations. That don't mean that she don't like different music. She might like some hip hop. She might like some reggae. And she may love her
people
gospel.
in church going to be like, I did not know Tara was like that.
Exactly. Exactly. But also...
about herself when she said that.
But also...
It's a church girl. Look at her.
But also, when you bring yourself into it and you introduce yourself, it makes a person feels like that you actually bringing them into your world a little bit. You're not ashamed of who you are. And that goes for men too. You shouldn't be ashamed of who you are. It is what it is. After, like you said, babe, you don't go straight in and you start telling all the bad stuff about yourself or the things that's not so solid. No, nobody does that. But after a while, when you see that stuff is going well and this just might be something that I can make real, that's when you go ahead and you just start being yourself.
In the beginning, pretend all you want.
But you got to jump in there. You have to jump in there. The real you got to jump in there. Because if you don't, somebody going to come along and they going to find out who the real you, or who they dating or who they been dating.
In the beginning, you best pretend, okay? Because if you don't like that person, you say, hey, there ain't no shit about me anyway, so.
Babe, are you freaking kidding me right now?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Listen,
anyway.
don't pretend. Okay? Do what you got to do in the beginning. We
Ain't
all
nothing
do
wrong with
it when we
pretending.
first meet.
Nothing wrong with pretending.
But don't be ashamed of who you are.
My name is Shamaje. That's James spelled backwards.
Stop it.
Samaj. That's James spelled backwards.
Listen, okay? Listen.
Just tell them your name Shamaz.
Just be who you are. You
If
know?
your name William,
got a
tell them
crazy-
your name is Bill.
You have a
Your name
crazy
Charles,
family?
tell them your name Chuck. Hey.
Come on, babe. Don't do that.
Okay.
Seriously. Let people know who you really are. Whoever who means something to you. Whoever you're in a relationship with. Don't let the outside world identify who you are. Because they will always get it messed up. They never know who you really are. So you have control of that. Show who you are. And ladies, don't be so timid to make it seem like you don't like certain things that some people socially may say that women should not like. Because who is to say what women and men should like? We like a lot of the same things. Don't make yourself feel like you have to be this other woman that you think he wants in his head.
AKA the representative.
Exactly, because that's not what he wants. He wants you. And he wants you to realize that he wants you. So, if you want that man, you let that man be who he is. You know, as long as he's not putting his hands on you, he's not disrespecting you, and he's treating you like the queen that you are. You continue to let him be who he shows you he is. And then wherever he has shortcomings, help him with them. Because he'll help you with yours. Just don't be acting like you too good for him. Men, don't act like you too good for your lady. Always cherish each other and make sure that you can be yourselves in front of each other. Because at the end of the day, the only people that you're trying to please are the both of you all. And if you don't know each other or what each other like, you'll never get it right. Ever. That's all I'm saying. And that's the reason why I want to have the conversation about common ground, because I think it's very important. I know some people right now who are together loving each other. I know they love each other. They show it all the time, but they don't know each other. All they do is tiptoe around each other and can't never do nothing fun because they want to worry about what the other one gonna think. I want to say, hey, why don't y'all get together and just see what each other think? That's what I feel. Throw them in the fire, like you said.
Yeah.
Show them. And if they don't like it, you can talk about it later, but they just might tell you,
You like
hey, I
to take
did
baths
that
with
before.
rubber duckies still? Put them some bitches in the tub.
Rubber ducky?
Yeah.
You like to take baths with rubber ducky?
If you like wearing pajamas and you fucking
I'm fine.
35-year-old man, put them pajamas on.
Pajamas, huh?
Onesies.
Oh, yeah. No pajamas. We don't do pajamas. You got anything else you want to say, baby?
Nope.
Well, thank you guys for subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions or any comments or any requests,
Yeah,
you
we
can
take
just
topics. We take topics.
leave them below in the comments. So,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Bye.